Hello Holston Ministry leaders. In this video we're talking about Facebook Live, how to do it, what equipment you might need to get started, when and why to go live on Facebook. Let's get into it. Hey friends, my name is Ben Smith. I'm a youth leader, freelance videography and communications consultant here in the Tennessee Valley District. Before we start, I just want to say how encouraged I've been by the ministry that Holston has been doing these last few weeks. As ministry leaders, you all have been thrown a huge curveball in the last couple weeks. I have been amazed by all the strategies and opportunities many of you have been exploring to take the ministry of your churches outside of the walls. One of these tactics that churches have been talking about is Facebook Live. If you haven't used Facebook Live before, it can be a really powerful tool, but it can have a little bit of a learning curve to get started. So here are some of the basics you need to know when considering using Facebook Live as part of your ministry plan. First, if you don't take anything else away from this video, I hope that you hear this: authenticity over production quality. Friends, our church members don't really care what the camera quality looks like or how pristine the audio is. What they care about is that you're being genuine with them. We're going through this experience together. You probably are dealing with a lot of the same fears and uncertainties as they are, and that's okay. As a church, we're called to grow with our congregation, not to lead them from a place of perfection. And so when you think about what your live stream setup looks like, it's okay if it's just your phone. For the majority of you, that's probably what we're working with, and that's okay. There's a lot of really great ways to use your phone for live stream. But please know that it's what you're saying and how you're connecting with your audience that is far more important than how produced your content is. Number 2, online is a new space and may require new ideas. When we start to think about what ministry looks like online, it opens up a world of possibilities for us to explore. And I hope that you would do that. If all we're doing with live stream is trying to carbon copy what we've already been doing on Sunday mornings, I think we're missing out. So take some time and think critically about how you can use live stream to connect with your church members and your larger community, maybe outside of your worship space, outside of your normal times, and outside of the normal things that you offer on a Sunday morning. How can you use live stream, use online communication in new ways, not just repeating the things that you've already been doing? Finally, do the best with what you got. If you have a phone in your pocket, you have more than enough to do life-changing ministry on Facebook Live. So I want to take a couple minutes to share some tips and tactics and a couple really inexpensive pieces of equipment that you can use to make your Facebook Live ministry the best that it can be. Here we go. If your church has a dedicated Facebook page, that's probably the best place to do Facebook Live to reach the most people in your congregation and in your larger community. So whoever has administrator privileges for your church page can go to the page and start to make a post just like they normally would, and one of the options is live video. So once they click on that, there's pretty straightforward steps to navigate you through starting your Facebook Live feed. From there, you're pretty much good to go. There are a few things I would recommend to maximize your video and audio quality that don't even require any additional equipment. First, I would highly recommend that anytime you're doing Facebook Live video that you do that in landscape orientation rather than portrait orientation. Especially for longer pieces, if you're trying to do a devotion or a message, there are a lot of people who will pull up your Facebook Live on a TV or on their phone and then send it to their TV. And so if you do it landscape, that will fill their entire screen rather than just filling part of their screen if you're doing portrait mode. So especially for longer pieces, I would highly recommend that you shoot in landscape orientation rather than portrait. Next, there's a lot you can do to improve your video and audio quality that doesn't need any equipment. So I would recommend finding a space that has a lot of light coming at you from the front and not a lot coming from the back. We want to do everything we can to draw attention to the subject and not the distractions in the background. And so the more light that's in front of you, the better. Also, to improve your audio quality, the closer your phone is to whoever's speaking, the better quality audio you're going to have. The less room sound you'll pick up in the microphone. So when you're thinking about where you're positioning your phone, I would recommend as close to the subject as possible. Finally, if you know that you're going to be doing a lot of Facebook Live video, there's two pretty inexpensive accessories that I would highly recommend that you look into getting. The first would be any kind of tripod. If you already have a tripod, probably you're good to go. If not, I would recommend just a little mini tripod like this that you can set on your desk or carry around and use kind of as a handle. The second thing is a phone clip, just like this. This will let you attach your phone to just about any tripod. So if you just screw the phone attachment onto your tripod, then you can just kind of slide your phone in and you're good to go. You can do a walk and talk Facebook Live, or what's really great is if you're doing a sermon or a Devo or something where you're not moving around, you can set it up on your desk and you're good to go. I would highly recommend looking into getting both of these accessories. They're pretty inexpensive and you can find them at a lot of stores and online. So if you're considering using Facebook Live as part of your ministry plan, I hope that I answered any questions that you have. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to chat with you. If you're on Facebook, keep a watch on the Holston Conference Facebook page. We'll be posting more content on there, sharing some stories of how other church leaders are already going about doing ministry during this uncertain time. Know that I am praying for each of you and that we are here to help in whatever way we can. God bless.